Hello everybody, I want to tell you that it's mango season here now in South Florida, and there's a tremendous amount of mangoes on the trees, and people are flying in literally from other states and even countries to taste Florida mangoes. And thankfully these mangoes could be mailed all over the country, and I'm starting to ship some out now as well, and I have a lot of friends that are shipping mangoes out. But when people are coming from places where you can't get the mail to, somebody came to my house from England the other day, somebody came from Hawaii, and I would ask these people, how many mangoes do you eat a day? Somebody told me up to 25 mangoes a day. And I don't know what else they're eating throughout the day, but the question becomes is, how much is too much? 25 mangoes a day. Well, if you think there's 24 hours in a day, so you say, let's say 24 mangoes, that's one mango an hour. You're really not giving your body a chance to rest, but these people aren't doing it all different times. They're usually doing it in one shot, or maybe throughout a couple of hours. But the bottom line is, I've discussed it on this show before, fruit sugar is not bad for our bodies. Fruit sugar is fine for our bodies. But how much is too much? And how refined is the sugar? Now, if somebody had 25 dehydrated mangoes a day, I'm no longer a fan of dehydrated foods, especially dehydrated fruit, because it concentrates the sugar, and there's other issues that it could lead to, but the liquid is so important. That's one of the benefits and advantages of getting fresh fruit, is you're getting all that life-giving liquid with the fiber, and it's wonderful, with your teeth being the greatest blender. So how much is too much, and what else are we doing is one of the questions I would ask. And I could look at my own self and say, we don't need a lot to be healthy. Now, to be satisfied, that's another story. If somebody has a sugar addiction, or processed sugar addiction, or any type of addiction, personality, and then they're switching over to eat fruit, they could definitely feed their addiction with the fruit and overconsume the fruit. And the fact that it's such high quality fruit and hopefully picked at the right time definitely alleviates issues that somebody might have if they were doing this on store-bought fruit or unripe fruit. So there's a lot of factors to take into consideration. And I often tell people, well, do what's working for you. And the fellow that told me he eats 25 mangoes a day, and that's just now. That's another thing to consider. It's not all year. The man has a durian farm, and he says he grows durian, and sometimes he'll sit down and have a good amount of durian in one sitting. But these are seasonal things. These aren't yearly things. So I definitely think if somebody was eating 25 mangoes a day, every day for a year, it might just be too much. But if you're eating it during season, I remember I went to California years ago, and I wasn't able to get persimmons in New York, fresh persimmons, and I found a place that had fresh persimmons, and I just went crazy, and I had so many. So much I got sick, and not physically sick, but just sick of persimmons after I ate that many. So when you're doing things naturally, the body has kind of a natural way of telling you things, and one of those things is to stop eating. So now I could sit and I could eat a good amount of mangoes, and I do try to limit it because I don't want to let my taste buds override my health. But I do get to a point where, okay, I've had enough, and it's not 25 mangoes. It's certainly not 25 mangoes. For me, it's hard to count because I might slice a mango to taste it, give it to somebody else, or some mangoes are bigger and smaller, so I don't know exactly. I definitely would like to limit it, but I had a good amount the last couple of days, and I feel fine. And another thing, the way nature works, which is so cool, because like the hardier foods, the root vegetables and things like that grow in cold climates or wintertime climates, where in the summer you get these vibrant fruits, because it's not only mangoes in season right now. I have soursop on my tree, coming off my tree. There's jackfruit coming off my tree. So these are also things to consider. If somebody's just eating 25 mangoes a day versus somebody that's eating 25 mangoes a day and 5 jackfruit a day, well, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot you get in your body real quickly. And then how active you are, how much you're burning the sugar, and so on. If somebody runs a marathon and eats 25 mangoes, If somebody has a desk job and needs 25 mangoes, and so these are things to consider. But we want to enjoy the foods that our creator created for us, and if we can get them in the best way possible, like we can, fresh mangoes, it's really such a blessing, such a blessing. One mango tree will give, depending on the size, give up to 500 to 1,000 mangoes. One tree. The trees I have are on the smaller side right now because they're still in a growing stage, so I get maybe 50 to 100 per some of these trees. But I have like 30 or 40 trees. So if you consider the average pound of one mango is a pound, or the average weight is a pound, I'm sitting here with 2,000 or 3,000 pounds of mangoes. So I froze a lot of it. I'm not dehydrating it. Like I said, I don't like the dehydration process. And some people talk about freeze drying. I still don't want to take the liquid out. So I freeze it or give it away. And sometimes I'll sell mangoes as well. I'm starting to sell mangoes. I just have more than I need and can handle. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. And if you haven't tasted Florida mangoes and you want to, I'll put a link below if you want to order yourself a fresh box of Florida mangoes and try them. If I don't have any, there's a lot of people that are selling them right now. So if you're on a raw food diet, definitely something to experience. They taste completely different than the mangoes in the stores that you can get locally in most places, and there's so many different flavors, hundreds and hundreds of different flavors. And if you're eating a raw food diet, it's definitely worth something to try. Okay? And all the links are below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.